Hey guys, I'm going to go over lesson 4, percents and fractions. There's a lot of questions, so I'm going to try to do them as quickly as I can. Your first two questions are using a 100 square grid. All you have to do to figure out the percent is count how many are shaded. That part's really easy. Your next one, you have a line, and you have to figure out where the dotted line is. Well, so you'll have to pick a percent and a fraction. Okay. So I'm going to go over pretty much the rest of the questions. If I have time, I'll try to go back to that question that we just had, but there's a lot. Okay, so it's percents and fractions. So the whole time we are turning percents into fractions, fractions into percents. So this first one, it wants you to turn 35% into a fraction. Well, it doesn't have this part, 35 over 100, but any percent is just over 100. So it starts like this, then you have to reduce it. What goes into 5 and into 100 to reduce it or simplify it? 5. So if I divide the top by 5, that's 7, and I divide the bottom by 5, that is 20. So 35% as a reduced fraction is 7 over 20. Okay, 50%. What's another way that we say that? If we have 50% of something, that is the same as what? A half. How do we write half as a fraction? That one's easy. Okay, 15%, it wants you to turn it into a fraction. So I went ahead and put 15 over 100. So now we have to figure out what goes into both of them. Well, just like this one, 5 goes into both. So 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 100 divided by 5 is 20. So 15% as a reduced fraction is 3 over 20. Okay, 86%. We've got 86 over 100. They're both even, so 2 goes into each of them. So when you divide the top and the bottom by 2, it's 43 over 50. So 86% as a reduced fraction is 43 over 50. 25% equals 25 over 100, but reduced, you can divide the top and the bottom. If you know anything about money, you can divide the top and the bottom by 25. So 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. So 25% is the same thing as a fourth. Okay. Moving on. Got one more like this. So 10% equals 10 over 100. We need to reduce that. The ones with zeros at the end are my favorite because they're easy. If you take away a 0 here, you can also take away a 0 here. So it equals 1/10. Okay. Now we're going to do it the opposite way. So this one's kind of like this one. So it's 7 over 10. Well, a percent is anything over 100. So we can add a 0 here and add a 0 here, and that shows you your percent. 70. 50 over 100. Anything over 100 is its percent. So this is 50%. This one's where it gets trickier. We need to get this bottom number to 100. So 4 times what equals 100? 25. So if I'm multiplying the bottom by 25, I also have to do it to the top. We know the bottom is 100. 3 times 25 is 25, 50, 75. 75 over 100. Anything over 100 is a percent. 75%. And if you remember, we had a question similar to this before. Sorry, I'm going really fast. I'm just trying to get all of these questions before the time runs out. Okay, so same thing. We need to get this bottom number to 100. Well, 5 times what equals 100? Times 20. We have to do it to the top too. So it is 80 over 100. So the percent is 80. This one's where it gets tricky because 8 doesn't go evenly into 100. So you have to do 1 divided by 8. So when you do that, it gives you something like this, 0.125. Well, you have to move the decimal over twice. So it's actually 12.5%. And then I have one more right here, 80%. So that would be the same as 80 over 100, right? And now we have to reduce it. What goes into 80 and into 100? 20. So if we divide 80 by 20, it is 4. And 100 by 20, it is 5. And I just now ran out of time. So I hope that helps y'all, okay?